What's he doing? Getting a ladder?
Yeah.
Come on, help him after when they get done with this. He doesn't need to do it now. He can't do anything. This is Michael Gerace with Clearview Sewer Cams. It is June 29th, 2021. We're performing a video sewer inspection through the 4-inch ABS plastic mainline cleanout. Had a cap on it. It's kind of odd. I don't know why it has holes in it. Cap shouldn't have holes in it. Releases sewer gases. But anyways, we have the cleanout right here. And this is the front of the house. That's the porch area. Front planter bed in the front side of the house. And this is the driveway area and the front yard. I'm going to zero out our camera monitor. And we are located at 1736 North Fairview Street, Burbank, California, 91505. Just going to wipe down our camera lens a little tiny bit here. Getting clean. And we're going to zero out our camera monitor to get a good accurate reading. Okay, we're at 0. We can insert our camera. And we're heading out toward the street. And we immediately transition to vitreous clay. Have a little tiny bit of an offset there. Not terrible. We have another joint here. Appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. We have a pretty large separation in that joint. Looks like there was quite a bit of roots in this joint, and maybe somebody had it cleaned. You can see all the staining and everything from what looks like it was roots. They said there's a very large offset or separation in that joint. I'm going to continue running out. There's a gap in that joint on two sides. A little gap in between, not terrible, but do have a gap. Got our camera lens cleaned off. We're going out further. A very large offset and separation here. There was some large root intrusion here too. And that joint's in pretty poor condition. We're at 21 feet 10 inches. And we're going to locate and mark this area after. Now it looks like we're increasing right here to our 4 to 6 inch transition. So we're going to pause for a moment. Okay, we've located this area, the 4 to 6 inch transition. It is in the artificial grass area, adjacent to the sidewalk at 3 foot 7 inches deep. So we're going to continue to push out now. And we're in our 6 inch vitreous clay. And the homeowner also owns this lateral in the street all the way to the city sewer tie-in connection. We have a very large offset right here in this. I think this is probably in the parkway. We'll locate this. And a large amount of roots right here. So we're going to pause and we're going to locate this area. Okay, we've located this area on the sidewalk just before the parkway at 3 foot 10 inches deep. So we're going to continue to run out. Now we're going into the parkway. And we have another fairly large root intrusion here as well. We're going to locate this area. I'm going to pause for a moment. Okay, we're going to resume recording. We marked this area in the parkway with an orange flag at 3 foot 10 inches deep. We're going to continue going out. Now we got another large root intrusion in the next joint, and that next joint is actually in the street. So we're not going to mark it right now. We got some pretty large roots. So that's in the street. That joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. Has some debris in there, some sort. We don't know what that is. Pretty large. Almost looks like a tennis ball. Really hard to see what that is, but it almost looks like a tennis ball. See if we can. Having a hard time. We're going on the side of it. We're not hitting it. We hit it. It rolled over a little bit. We just hit it. Okay. So right here at 45 feet, we're just going to run out. Going to see if we can push that out, maybe. I have more root intrusion. I'm going to try and get out and then rinse the camera lens off. Try and get into the city sewer. And then we'll clean our camera lens off. We have to pull it back and actually clean it. Looks like we have quite a bit of debris on the lens. And we're going to pull it back. We're just going to pull back and we're going to wipe off our camera lens and then we're going to go back in again. Off our lens. Okay, we're going to go back down. We're going to run past the area that we looked at, get back out to about 45 feet. We'll take a look at everything from there. A lot of roots in that area. More roots in the street. More roots in this joint. We got our turn and we're dropping into the city sewer right there at 54 feet. I'm going to pause for a moment. Okay, we're going to resume our recording, and we are at approximately 4 foot 11 inches deep, right at the city sewer tie-in, right next to the manhole cover, probably about 2 feet away from the manhole cover. The saddle joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. The next joint we have some root intrusion, which can probably be hydrojetted and then maintained possibly with some root X. This joint as well. Can't tell the exact condition of the joint underneath the roots. We don't know if it's cracked or broken there. Doesn't appear to be too bad. This joint has quite a bit more roots. See them growing all the way down the line. There's a joint right there, I believe. Very difficult to tell. That joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. That joint has some roots. Pretty large root right there Don't see any breaks, but it's difficult to tell behind the roots. Same thing here. More roots. More roots in that joint. We got roots in quite a few joints in the lateral. Now we're coming up. Now we're transitioning back to the sidewalk area, right on the property side of the sidewalk area. This is our 4-inch to 6-inch city lateral transition. Had some minor root intrusion there. We had a pretty big gap. Pretty big separation right there. That joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. That joint's got a fairly good size separation as well. We have a plane going over right now. I'll pause until it gets a ways out. Yeah, that joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. And a little bit of an offset there with a ABS plastic transitions to the vitreous clay right in front of the clean out. I'm going to try and see if we can go back up the other way. I don't know. Yep, we got it to go. We're just going to take a look. We got some roots back behind us between the house and the clean out. Then we transition from vitreous clay to cast iron, going back up into the house, the cast iron waste line. We're just going to run up a little ways. It's got some buildup, but not terrible. Looks like it may have even been cleaned at one time. Joint there. Then we transition to ABS plastic, it looks like, for a second, and then back to cast iron. Got some pretty heavy buildup there. That's as far as we can go. Yeah, got some pretty heavy buildup in the bottom of the pipe right there. Just for a short section. Might have been past the entrance to try and clean it, maybe from a roof vent. Now we're going to pull back. Then we're going to move our camera back to the ADU in the back. Looks like a converted garage. We're going to pause for a moment. Okay, we're going to resume our recording. And we are on top of the ADU. This is the backyard area. That's the back of the house. We have an 1.5-inch vent right here, ABS vent. I'm going to zero out our camera monitor right at the top of the vent. Get a good accurate reading. Hopefully we can get through here, find out where this goes, and find out where it ties in to the sewer. Got 1.5 inch, and we increased to 2-inch. I don't know what we got in here, but we got something in here. Okay, whatever it was, I just broke out of the way. Probably just build up. Okay, now we're in the ABS line. Now we're going to run some water in the ADU for a moment. We're going to pause. Okay, we've got water now, so we're just going to continue to push out. Looks like we got standing water right now. We're going to pause and try and locate this area. There's holding water. Is that an outdoor heater?
Yeah, we had the other one too, but then they installed a vent pipe, so like it's gonna vent somewhere. But, yeah.
We'll pause our mic for a moment. Okay, we're resuming recording, and we've located and marked out the tie-in. This tie-in, this T, is underneath the hallway, just past the hallway bathroom going toward the front of the house. So we're going to continue. We're going to pull out now. We're going to take a look. And in this line, we're holding water. So we're probably pretty flat. We don't have a lot of fall. As you can see, that water's just churning. And this is coming from the ADU, converted garage bathroom. Right now we're completely underwater. And we'll see where we come out of it. It was quite a ways that we were underwater. Quite a ways before we come out of this to where we can see water that has actually drained down. Okay, now we're coming out, and we're going to locate this area real quick. I'm going to pause for a moment. Okay, we're going to resume recording. We're right at the back of the main house, underneath the solar equipment at 1 foot 4 inches deep, so we're pretty shallow. We don't have a lot of fall. As you can see, we still got some water in the line. Still got some water in the line. And we're still in water here. We came out of water for a minute, we're back in water, we're still holding some water in the line. So this line is pretty flat. Quite a ways. Now we're completely out of water. We're completely out of water right here. So the water drained down to this point. So we're going to locate this area real quick. Okay, we located this area in the middle of the concrete pad back by the ADU, and we're at 1 foot even. So we're going to continue pulling back. Got a lot of debris in this line, primarily because it doesn't drain out properly. So it kind of backs the line up, and then you get buildup in the line. A lot of debris in there. The only way to remedy this really is to rerun the sewer line or to put in a sewage ejection tank and pumps. Now we're coming back and we're pulling up our vent pipe. We got water hanging off our camera lens coming up the vent. And that will conclude our video sewer inspection.